Let me talk to you. I was just thinking about this. First and foremost, I want to say shout out, shout out to the General's hot sauce. Shout out to the General's hot sauce. If you guys don't know about this, let me put you onto something really fast. This is a veteran-owned, American-grown, and I know that portions of the proceeds are go to the go to the charity, the veterans. I got put onto this at the hardware store. We're not talking about hot sauce, but I got put onto this at the hardware store. I had to go get some quick stuff at the hardware store. That was at the counter. They informed me about it. So I bought two of them. One to save and one to try out. Really cool. Very, I love the packaging. Very cool, like a grenade. First and foremost, I'm gonna start this because there's a lot of talk in the industry, a lot actually, about PSA comic book grading. And we got some behind the scenes footage, right? We got some behind the scenes footage. Off the bat, I've been doing this for 3 decades, 30 years. Personally, I've been collecting since I'm 5 years old, so that puts it at 4 decades, 40 years. Now, my thing is this. PSA behind the scenes, right? I think it was the National, they show a graded PSA comic book. It was like a Silver Surfer green foil cover. What? So, you guys know what I'm about to say right now, right? If you're showing off a slab, a PSA slab, new to market, get some grails in there. Get some grails in there. Show it off with an Action Comics 1, a Detective Comics 27, an Amazing Fantasy 15, a Fantastic Four 1. You guys know where I'm coming from. Hell, horror and Golden Age is hot right now. Silver Age keys. But they're showing off a PSA graded comic book, Silver Surfer green foil. I'm like, come on, man. I don't know. So the thing is this. PSA is known heavily in the card grading community. Heavily. Like them or not, they are right up there as the main card graders in the industry. You got Beckett, you got PSA. Now, I've spoken to a lot of vendors, collectors, resellers at the National and now at Fanatics Fest, which we just had in New York City at the Javits. There are a lot of smaller card grading companies. Now I'm getting somewhere with this. There's a lot of them. Tag, SCG, whatever, some black label. There's a lot. I'm gonna probably screw up the names. I'm not a card guy, nor do I ever want to be. Shout out to all of you though that have the patience for that stuff. Not me. So now I'm getting somewhere. PSA comic book grading. Okay? So now, okay, we knew this was coming. Now they want to tackle the comic book grading industry. Okay, CGC is in a swarm of problems within the past. I would say this has been going on for what, 7 years, but you guys finally caught wind of it for the last 4 years, and just keep snowballing for them. Like them or not, CBCS, which I'll still say it, I still like their slab. It's strong, you know. I stopped using them because of personal reasons, which I disclosed. I didn't like the reply that I was given when I go and send them a very rare 1969 wrestling magazine. They couldn't even grade. CGC grades it, no problem. But that's another story. I could care less. That's an old story, and I don't like repeating myself. So that's done. Nothing will ever go to the CBCS again. So now, the flip-flop, right? CGC gets into cards. PSA now gets into comics. Now we look at sales trends, right? So everybody is always like, oh, CGC sells higher. It's a proven fact. It's a proven fact. CGC has sold higher. Okay? Back in the good days, right? Again, I never had a problem getting the amounts that I wanted to attain if it wasn't a CBCS slab. I always got my price. So I personally never experienced that. And I move a lot of inventory. A lot. You know, I've never had a problem. My concern with the PSA is I hope that they disclose who the grading team is. I hope that they truly disclose and really show, like, a heavy marketing strategy on social media, YouTube, the websites, to truly launch this product. I hope they really give a breakdown. I hope they do. And I'm very intrigued to see all of you YouTubers, because I know the comparison videos are gonna come very soon. I do not like the PSA label. And you guys could Google this. I mean, it's public information at this point. It's all over. So it looks like an oversized, graded sports card. That's the best that I can explain what this looks like. The label, you guys will see what I'm talking about. It just looks like an oversized sports card label, you know, and it gives the definitions, it gives the grades, the definitions. I'm not really a fan of it. I'm not. It doesn't look. I wish I could see that. I got my camera too far away from me, but and then they disappear on my screen, so I can't see. Listen, I'm not a YouTuber, so I'm not here with the laptop and the computer and looking at comments. I'm sorry. So whatever that was, I can't reply to it. It's off. It's even off my screen right now. I don't know. But my thing is this. I think that over the course of these, what's it been now, decades, we, as collectors, resellers, buyers, sellers, we got used to what something looks like. CGC, CBCS. We got used to what something looks like. So PSA might have these maybe negative, maybe positive comments about their label. I don't know. I personally don't like it, but it's a label. My concern, being a collector and being a reseller, is integrity, products, durability, time, turnover, and quality control. So with that said, right, will there be comic books that I will send to the PSA? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm curious to see what grades they put on it, because I know what these grades are. You know, just put it that way. I know what these grades are, like I always do. I know though what these specific, it's going to be 4 books. What these specific 4 books, what their grades are dead on. And I've held these books because, well, the reason why I'm holding those books, I would never sell anything, put it this way, I'm just blunt, I am financially okay. So I'm not going to sell stuff of this caliber because in this current market, because it'll dump. It'll dump. It's not the time yet. I think that the time will be next year. Now, I'm not saying we're getting peaks and record highs again. I'm not saying that, because I've spoke about that already. I don't think that's ever going to come. But I think the economy market will get a little better after this whole election, after it settles. I'll tell you this. Kamala goes into office, you'll probably face a civil war in the United States of America. I guarantee you. And I think that the market will crash. And then I think that the economy is just going to take a nosedive plummet into death. So just so long as the election is not rigged again this year like it was 4 years ago, Trump becomes president, the economy gets back, the world economy gets a little better. I'm still nervous about BRICS. You got big Saudi Arabia with BRICS, Russia, etc., etc. This is a problem that will affect USD, American currency, and its value. But let's see how it plays out. Because again, if you're in big business, you're concerned about how this is going to roll out. You know, forget what I was just about to say. I don't want to insult anybody. But it's important in big business economy. So, with that said, getting back on track now. I spoke to a lot of vendors, a lot of collectors, a lot of buyers, a lot of resellers at Fanatics Fest New York City, which again, I am not paid, endorsed, sponsored, etc., etc., receive any no, nothing. This is me talking to you because it truly was one of the top 5 conventions in my life that I was a part of. And I'm about to be a part of Fanatics Fest Orlando, Fanatics Collect, Fanatics Fest Orlando, which, Fanatics, guys, please get the ticket link up so the people can get their tickets. They're excited. They want to come. Please get that ticket link up for the people. They're ready. They're ready. Now, this is going to be in the same convention center like MegaCon. So, listen, guys, I'm telling you, I don't have to, let me just backtrack that. I don't have to tell you. You guys seen with your own two eyes, WWE television, Fanatics Fest, Jacob Javits Center. It was amazing. It was amazing. Sub-Zero Comics was with me. Steve and Vinny were with me. Hit them up. They'll tell you themselves. Amazing. Amazing. Very smooth. Did like everything has hiccups. But so what? Everybody was happy. Everybody had a great time, a great experience buying, selling, lines, transitions, exclusives. I think it was great. I think it was a great job. And I'm very excited to fly down to Fanatics Fest Orlando, Florida, November 1st, 2nd, 3rd. So, listen, if you're a vendor in the Florida area or wherever, hell, we all travel. I'm traveling from New York down to Orlando. So let me retract that. If you're a vendor, a seller, looking to meet great people, to do a great event, go to Fanatics. Apply to be a vendor at Fanatics Fest Orlando. Do it right now, because I know that spots are almost gone. Do it right now, because you want to be a part of this. You want to be a part of this. Just like how I said that it reminded me of WrestleMania 1, and I was fortunate enough to be a part of the Jacob Javits Center, New York City Fanatics Fest 1. Well, now it's going to Orlando. After Orlando, I think it's going to LA. So I mean, this is going to keep on going. Michael Rubin and Fanatics has something amazing going on with Fanatics and Fanatics Fest. This is only going to get bigger and better. So be a part of it. Be a part of this family. Be a part of it, because it's only getting bigger. Comic cons. So, Fanatics Fest. I'm very blunt in how I speak. I don't hold shit back. You guys know that. I'm very direct, very honest, like what I say or not. I made more money at Fanatics Fest than I did at Comic Con. It was just there were buyers there. It wasn't a bunch of people running around in cosplay costumes, having cosplay parties, walking around taking selfies and videos and photographs. That's what Comic-Con has become. And listen, I've been a part of it for decades, many years, and the prices for booths just don't keep on going up and up, and it's not worth it. It's honestly, it's not worth it. And all these vendors, they want to push these gimmick variants. Guys, sales are in black and white. It's not me talking shit. Sales are in black and white. This is our business. So we monitor our business. So you look at variants that they nosedive plummet the week right after the convention. I mean, these things, they don't retain value. They nosedive, and yet all you guys throw your money in bids live the night of these comic book conventions to pay double, triple what they're selling on the show floor. It's a little crazy. It's a little crazy. And you guys remember when I did go live on those apps, I'd never make you guys bid up. You guys know that. I guess that's another reason why, because I didn't become an influencer. I call them influenzas, like the flu, like a disease. They made their decisions because I don't play that shit. I don't get bought off. I don't get bought off by anybody. I'll speak my mind. I'll speak my mind. I'll speak the truth. I'll speak blunt, honest, direct stuff, because that's who I am. You know, I don't do this garbage. To me, unfortunately, I don't see big things going off at Comic Cons anymore. Listen, big books sell. Big books sell. And listen, like them or not, this is another thing that I observe too. Like them or not, you're going to still see eBay Live going around trying to recruit all of these sellers to sell on their platform, which for some reason, what's up, Cindy Snow? I'm still not approved. Vetted sellers for 20 years, 15 years still aren't approved on that eBay Live. But yet all the knuckleheads from the other app are. So go figure with that. Walmart, you're going to see Walmart walking around recruiting sellers. You ask me, why is that? Because now they want you to sell your comic books, your cards, your toys, your collectibles on Walmart.com. Now they changed it. In the past, you could only sell bulk. I think it was you had to have over 10 of each item, 10 coin. I don't hold me to that, but I think it was a different way. Now they want you to be, of course they do. A billion dollar industry. So of course they want you to. You're going to see the guys from Golden's auctions, Ken and Dave and the guys. They're going to be walking around trying to get consignments for their Golden's auctions. My thing is this, right? My thing is this. You got the guys that come and put up and I call it wallpaper, the wallpaper of all these slabs and key issues, and someone's coming. I mean, listen, New York City, big things happen in New York City, right? But really, you really selling a $700,000, $1 million comic book, a $2 million comic book, a $500,000 comic book? It's very rare. It's very rare. Now, what I also have seen in the past, trade. Now, I'm big on that. And let me tell you guys why. There were younger, and when I say younger, maybe in their 30s, their late 20s, their 30s. Listen, I'm going to be 45 next month. I don't consider myself old at all. I'm just saying, I'm just when I say younger guys, that's what I'm talking about. And one of them had an Amazing Fantasy 15 in a lower grade. One of them had a Fantastic Four 1 in a mid-grade, right? And I told these guys, you still have that book? Yeah, man, nobody bought it. No one bought it. No one bought it. No one, yeah. A year went by. Yo, you still posting that book? Yeah, man, it's crazy. Nobody bought it. You don't want to put it in auction? Nah, man, I don't know what I'll get in auction. Which is the truth. You don't know what you're gonna get in auction. That's a risk, unless you're getting an advanced payoff, which I do know. But you got to be cool with them. Happens, but nothing's for certain. So I told them, all right, so trade it. You take X amount of dollars, more so a little higher, in trade for your one grail. Then that becomes that person's headache, and I do call it a headache, because if they're trying to sell it to demand a price that is outrageous in this current market, that's why you see all these big grails sitting, not selling, because like I told you on the last video, and I'm not a YouTuber, so you see, this is very light because people are not used to me going live and talking, but I'm going to say what's on my mind. I'm not here for likes, follows, comments, ad revenue. I'm not paying. I'm sure as hell not going to pay for fake views and fake subscribers and fake followers like everybody else does. But that's their business. That's their business. They want that ad revenue and the promotion in whatever the hell it's called in the metrics. Listen, I'm coming up here. You guys listen, maybe in 5-10 years you guys find my videos and I educate somebody, because it's probably going to be the same shit if we're alive then. But the thing is this. It is very challenging to sell a $70, $80, $90, $100, $1 million, whatever it is, graded comic book, right? If you don't love it, if you're not emotionally attached to it, strategically, meaning don't trade for bullshit, but strategically trade for something in which case you know is an easier sell. Multiple books, you know, multiple books. I traded once for a car. That's a fact. Guy gave me a Cadillac I kid you not, a Cadillac CTS for an Amazing Fantasy 15 one year. Gorgeous. I've traded for lower value slabs in which I knew if I run all these slabs, and there were it was a lot. It was over 300 graded comic books, and now I'm talking Silver Age and Bronze, keys and first appearances. I took that trade, and everybody, you guys know who you are, because you guys are probably going to see this video and you're going to laugh and be like, yo, Nick was right, like I usually always am. And I'm not saying that to be cocky, I'm just confident in what I've learned, because I had to make the mistakes in life to learn how to do it better and smarter. So everybody was looking at me, yo, that's crazy, man, what are you doing? That's crazy. Oh, is it? I ran all those books. That Amazing Fantasy, at the time, GPA FMV was $35,000, right? But nobody was buying it because it was like a lower grade, right? So I traded. I got all these slabs. All those slabs sold for $62,000. So I go back to everybody that was laughing, and I told you so. And they're like, holy crap, Nick. I'm like, yeah, exactly. Because if you don't know how to work this business, there's a science. There's a science to it. And rule number 1 is integrity. Rule number 2, make sure you deliver on time. Rule number 3 is make sure that package is perfect. Rule number 4 is always stick to your word. And listen, give people deals. Give people deals. These, whatever's inside of this box, collectibles, it is only worth the price someone in the world is willing to pay for it. GPA and FMV values look great on paper, and yes, it's documented sales throughout the course of time or recent time, but that's changing. Sales, the way that a person sells is now evolving, and I spoke about this again in the past video. You have tools now that do not report back to GPA, FMV. There's no reporting. It's off the grid. Things are running. Auction 1, auction 2, auction 3, auction 4. What the fuck is selling auction 1, auction 2, auction 3? But it could be Hulk 180 with a ripped cover. It could be a fucking Fantastic 4-5 Doctor Doom low grade. It could be an amazing Spider-Man 300. You guys get my point. You guys get my point. And it's off the grid sales. Undocumented, unrecorded, auction 1, auction 2, auction 3, auction 4, and you guys have seen it now for what, 4 years? Times have changed. Times have changed now dramatically. Everybody and their mother is a seller. Everybody and their mother is a seller. And good. You guys got to do what's best for your families, what's best for you as a human being for survival, what's best for your children or your families or yourself. That's fine. Just do it with integrity. That's it. Just do it with integrity. Be classy. Do it with integrity. So the thing is this, right? The apps are dying, rightfully so. They chose to kill their businesses because of whom they associated with. Everything is oversaturated. It seems that everybody is selling into this stuff, right? Great. It's fun. It is fun. If you do love it, you know, hell, if you pick up these things and actually read it, you know, it gets even better, but a lot of people just don't do that. They want to buy it and flip it. But comic books, new comic book day and Comic Con variants. This is the best that I could give as a synopsis. It's like a car lot. What happens when you drive a car off of the lot? It appreciates. You see that word I just said? Depreciate. You show me. You, with the exception of these freak show things that happen, there is nothing in the course of time where somebody dropped a variant and it became this big thing. Never happened. New comic book day books, right? Well, sure, they could have $4.99 stickers on them. People still have their subscriptions. That's very beautiful in this day and age. That is a very beautiful thing. And of course, with your pull lists, yeah, you get the hot book of the week if you have a pull list, and you trust your local comic shop or whomever is handling your pull list to deliver that book to you in a good condition, as they say it is. But we've seen companies not do that. Matter of fact, we see companies that don't do that, and they're selling on eBay Live. Go figure, right? Integrity. Shout out to eBay Live. So, horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, that was fully sarcastic. Yes, it's a disgrace. So, with that said, right? I mean, it's a beautiful thing to go out with your family and your friends to these Comic Cons, but I see, I don't see these bigger books selling. Now, what I do see, I see people very successfully sell from long boxes. I see, because everybody likes that. Everybody likes that. Now, there are the lines, And I'm going to backtrack right now also to what I said again prior. Raw. People want raw comics. Because they have a hope dream. This is the truth, right? People have a hope dream in their brain. So they're thinking, oh, I'm going to buy the raw book. I'm going to get it graded. And I'm going to make money on that. Yeah, you know. So the thing is this, right? It's another thing that I analyze when I'm touring the United States, right? Everybody goes, they buy their raw books from these dealers, right? And then they're running to CGC. They're running over to the CBCS, right? Okay. Well, okay. If you're doing a convention drop-off, right? Yes, you're saving money. You know, what are you saving? 7, 15, maybe $20 if it's a lot of books you're sending in. But let's talk about this, right? You got to pay your grading fees, and then you got to pay for the books to be shipped back. Now, we're not in a very good market right now, right? We're not. You guys have made money. Don't get me wrong. You guys have. Some of you do make money with your business. Some of you do. Some of you think you made money, but in fact you lost money because you don't realize to subtract your operational cost expenses. That's another fact that a lot of you guys don't do. So, circling now back and closing out this video. PSA. I think they're going to have an influx in people wanting to grade with them. I think they're going to get the people that are just fed up with the CGC. I think that they're going to get people that want... I think they're actually going to get card guys who have that loyalty to them, and the card guys are going to grade their comic books with the PSA. That's a big one. And I think that you're just going to have that common carryover, common curiosity to send some stuff into the PSA just to see, for shits and giggles, right? And then the real test is going to come. How does the slab feel and look in your hand? The quality, the integrity, the time, the grade, and then most importantly, how does it sell in the market? So we're going to see that very soon. And these things are going to then hit the eBay. And I'm sure that you're going to see the live sellers putting them up, you know. But with that said, as always, guys, the market is black and white. It is 2024. It's going to be 2025. You don't need me or anybody out there telling you what your stuff is worth. The power is in the palm of your hands. You could simply look up on eBay, click past sold prices, look to see what things sell for. Just when you compare your items, make sure the items are in the same quality and shape as what you're looking at. Because I used to get that all the time. Oh my God, this sold for $500, Nick. Yeah, it sold for $500 in a 9.8 graded near mint. Like, you got a fucking bent cover, bro. Like, but I try to explain this to people, and I do explain that just like that. But I go further in the blunt explanations, and you know, it's just the collectibles industry. It's a funny industry, man. Because listen, you guys all make money. It's just how you manage your business. It's how you manage your inventory. And you guys know, I've been telling you this for the past now 8 years. 8 years. Sell it. Sell it. Don't argue with a person. Don't argue about a couple of dollars. Don't make bundle deals. Move it. Get rid of it. Sell it. Because cash in hand, liquidity, any given day is better than holding a collectible in your hand unless you don't have a very big emotional attachment or meaning to it. Then love it, own it, cherish it, enjoy it. But if you think that this is going to be a sonic boom for your children to benefit in your collection, you are absolutely wrong. It won't happen. 9 times out of 10, your children will probably be deceived by somebody out there who's like the we buy collections guy and take everything for pennies. Unless they're trained to know what these items are and to look up values when they need to. But then guess what? God knows what the market's going to be then. God knows what the international and current currency is going to be then. And when I say then, I'm talking about in the next 10 years. Because guys, things are changing very rapidly in this world. So if you guys are doing that, cash out. Cash out. Sell these collectibles. Sell them. Cash can actually create more cash. Cash can be solid invested. And I'm not talking lose your money in the stock market, and I'm sure as hell not talking about putting your money in cryptocurrencies. Cash can also buy real estate. And that's the smartest investment you guys can make. Because that's the market that keeps going up. Guys, with that said, I am very excited to be alive, to get to do what I love, and to be, hopefully, in that building, November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd at Fanatics Collect, Fanatics Fest, Orlando, Florida. I love that building. That's the MegaCon building. Up the block, there's that beautiful the go-kart arcade, restaurant, bar. You got the beautiful resorts with Disney and the Hilton and the Sea World and it's I love it. I love it. So with that said, listen, if you love this industry, read some comic books, educate yourself on the stories. That's how you could become a smart speculator and put the puzzle pieces together. But also keep in mind this too. Listen, these directors, they throw the curveball too. They're trying to create their own stories from pre-existing stories as well. So slow down on what you're actually spending hundreds of your hard-earned dollars on. Slow down. If you had the stock, you sold it, God bless. I'm not hating. God bless then. But true speculation comes from reading not only comic books and stories, but also read about entertainment and entertainment news. You know, you guys always want to look at casting, storylines, look at how storylines are evolving through past movies. Things are puzzle pieces, guys. With that said, I'm going to close out this again. Happy hunting. Buy smart, buy safe. Invest your money properly. November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, Fanatics Fest, Orlando, Florida. November 9th, big event. Brentwood, Long Island, New York. Paul Heyman, MJF. I think William Shatner is coming. A whole bunch of wrestlers are coming. Look it up, bigevent.com. Fanatics Fest, fanatics.com, Fanatics Events. 2 big upcoming events. Guys, I'll see you soon. You know I will. I'm not a YouTuber. I don't care about likes, follows, comments, and ad revenue.